Welcome back to IGN Live at Gamescom 2015, brought to you by Homefront: The Revolution. I'm Max Scoville. Joining me is Lindsay, who's here to talk about the latest Sims. Is it a full game or is it expansion?
An expansion pack.
Expansion pack?
Yes.
What are those Sims up to now?
Well, our brand new expansion pack comes out this November, and it's all about getting together with friends. So it's about going to this brand new European-inspired world, getting together with clubs, and a whole bunch of new group activities.
And we saw a really pretty amusing. I was amused by that. Amusing little ad you put together for the press conference where it was people kind of just messing with people in real life. And it was kind of like, it seems like this is a lot about making them interact in new and silly ways. What kind of new stuff do you have going on besides narcolepsy?
Well, the Sims are always quirky and charming, and it really is about these big personalities. So Get Together is taking these really interesting personalities and putting them together in groups.
Ooh la la.
So take your club, maybe they're a foodie club, and hang out at the cafe, and then some rival club might come up and start a fight with them or start a dance with them.
Okay. What kind of clubs are we talking about here?
Well, we actually are going to have a few clubs in the game that you can join right off the bat, like the Foodies or maybe the Misfits or a fitness club or something. But the really cool part is that fans will be able to make any kind of club that they want by manipulating the rules of what a club likes or dislikes or where they hang out or who they like or who they dislike and set up all that drama themselves.
Okay. Now, it's always weird seeing these trailers for The Sims because it's not really reflective of the gameplay. I mean, it is, but it's very close up, very kind of like
right,
cinematic
you get the
approach.
little moments, yeah.
Yeah, are there any new features that you're bringing to the kind of the more granular day-to-day stuff?
Sure. A lot of the stuff you can do and Get Together you'll be able to take home and play with. So I'm really excited about the closet, for example. It seems like a really normal everyday object, but your Sims can not only sort of make over themselves and their neighbors, they actually can sneak away for a little Sims woohoo or make-out session.
Hell yeah.
Or the kids can play in it and be imagination, pretend to fly or play and that kind of thing. Or you can just add it to your house as a builder and create a new space.
Okay. Now, we often see kind of silly supernatural stuff come along once in a while. Is this the first expansion for Sims 4?
This is the second expansion, actually. Yeah, some of this here is some of our get to work stuff. So.
Okay, yeah, you always start with the more realistic stuff. You're
a little more of the common things you can do in your everyday life.
Then you bring in weird dark witchcraft or whatever.
There's always a little bit of fun in The Sims for sure. So our DJ booth, for example, has some really cool things he can do to pump up the crowd that might make him feel really cool or really flirty or something like that. So there's always a little bit of whimsy and mystical things like ghosts going on.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Excuse me if this is a noob question, but what is there any online component here?
Actually, there is. The Sims 4 has an all-new gallery, which is totally online and is a place to share your creations. So you can share the families you've created, the houses you've created, and our fans are consistently putting up these beautiful things they've been able to craft with our build tools and create a sim tools so that they can share them directly with each other.
The Sims community has always been very, very active.
Absolutely.
I mean, since I was in high school.
They're so creative. It's awesome.
Oh man, these houses are looking great.
Right?
Is there any new kind of new stuff you get that's worth mentioning? I mean, aside from the
definitely
closet?
one of the biggest things is the whole new world. So it's an entire world, including residential lots and venues, and in fact, a really new big lot that's actually 64 by 64, and that's huge for you to build on. So those creators can really go crazy with it.
Oh, that's massive, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a full world to explore. You don't travel there; you actually can live there and meet new Sims there and try out all the new stuff.
Okay. And are we talking full-blown terrain editor and stuff?
It's a full-blown new version. It's a whole European-inspired thing, and it has a whole bunch of new decoratives and architecture stuff that comes along with it. So you can actually customize it to your heart's content, and a couple new venue types you can build, and it's going to really weave in with your other worlds nicely.
Who's the little guy with the antlers? The little
mascot.
Statue?
He was our little camping mascot. He's super cute. We love to put these cute little characters in. Our concept artists always have fun coming up with these little inside jokes. We have a little freezer bunny guy that shows up sometimes. This is our little antler guy. I think his name's Stanley.
I love this.
It's beautiful. We've been able to do so many things with our worlds. In fact, our new world, our European world, has these really cool special lots. There's going to be these ruins that you could throw a party at or wander around. There's a secret chateau that you have a hedge maze you can get lost in.
Oh, cool.
And actually a cliffside bluff that may or may not have sightings of mysterious creatures.
Oh. Now, what kind of, you say European influence, specifically what kind of research did you do for this? Like,
well, we actually have a lot of people on our team who grew up in different European towns. So it started with them having pictures of their hometown, saying, "Oh, we should make this and make that."
It's like your favorite part of growing up, or whatever, kind of thrown.
Right.
In
They
there.
sort of threw in a little bit of that, and then we looked at a lot of sort of classic architecture that you see in different parts of Europe, as well as modern, because that's a huge influence too. You get the really old parts of town mixed with the really new parts of town, and we brought that together in this really cool new world.
Awesome. Well, yeah, that's the Sims get together. When is this out?
It's coming out November this year.
November this year.
Yeah.
Awesome. And platforms?
PC and for Mac, actually.
Great. There we go. Any plans of any new mobile Sims stuff or?
We're talking about the Get Together PC stuff.
Okay, well that's fine by me. Sims going strong. We've got plenty more Gamescom stuff coming up. Lindsay, thank you so much for chatting.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.